Now let's talk about event tracking. And event tracking is all about the interactions that actually happen on your page, because with the Google Analytics installation that we have running right now, Google Analytics will only register data if the user generates a new page view. So if he goes from one to the other page, that would be recorded as an interaction because we actually had 2 page loads. Now what about all the other interactions that a user can take on a page, like scrolling, or he could send off a newsletter form without actually changing the site? Then Google Analytics won't receive any data and this interaction point would be lost. And this is where event tracking comes in. Now, first of all, what can be tracked with event tracking? Just to give you an example here, clicks, form submits, form focuses, which are really good for finding out if somebody abandons your forms that you have on your page. We can track keyboard actions, scrolling, if somebody's actually active on the tab, and so on and so on. And this really comes down to your imagination and the capabilities of JavaScript or the libraries like jQuery. But even server side, you can send information over to the page that then triggers an event. So it's really about what does the event that I want to send over tell me about the user, and what insights can I get from this information. And you can send over a lot of things already with plain JavaScript or with the library jQuery. There are a lot of event calls that you can attach your event tracking information to. And event tracking is really not about any configurations that you make within your Google Analytics account. It's more about the data that we send into Google Analytics. So the normal code that we install on all our pages, that sends over the page view information. And now we want to send in event information. But we don't want to send it on all the time, only on certain JavaScript events. So for example, here a manual approach would be to install that onto your links. So you'll be able to register if somebody clicked on a link. And important properties are here that you need to define a category and action, and optionally you can put a label or value in place. Then you couple that up with an JavaScript event call, and your link is tracked. As soon as somebody clicks on it, it will send over an event to Google Analytics. Now I realize that some of you don't have direct access to the website or all its links, and it might also be a little bit tedious to track all these links. So I would encourage you to try out Google Tag Manager, because once you install the code, it will give you the capability to track certain interactions on the page automatically. And I'll show you in a second how to set that up. But it's safe to say, yes, event tracking is a little bit more work to set up and customize the installation of the Google Analytics account. But as I said at the beginning in the goals section, you can also connect the event with a goal, and that can be very, very actionable when you think about that. So for example, somebody clicked on a certain button and you want to track that micro event maybe, and later find out if he bought the product. So you could track that with event tracking and connect that data to a goal. So event tracking is really, really important for Google Analytics, and it shows that you have truly customized an installation to the website that it's connected to. Now let's take a look on how to install event tracking on a page. So back at our demo site, I have made up a little bit of an example here. This is a blog post where I've posted 2 links. One is Google Tag Manager and one is manually. And when we click on this link manual, and I'll keep the command key pressed so it actually opens up in a new tab. This should have fired an event call. Let's go over to Google Analytics and into the real-time reporting, and we have a tab here called Events. And we see there was just an event fired with the event category link and the event action manual. If you click into that, we can even see the label, I think. The event label is homepage. And you'll be able to find all the events within the behavior and event report here. So now let's take a look on how I implemented this. You can see beneath that the actual source code. So if I inspect this element with right click within Google Chrome, I see exactly what we have here. And you see, I just took an ordinary link, which is an href, and attached the property on click, GA send an event with the category link, the action manual, and the label homepage. And as soon as somebody clicks on that link, this will be sent over to Google Analytics.